Hi, I'm Alan Ross. We're here at the RE Plus Conference and Exposition. We're talking to thought leaders about the future of the energy economy. So join us and enjoy. My guest is Stephanie Fellenberg.
That's
Stephanie,
correct.
thank you for joining us.
Of course, thanks for having me.
You have a whole bunch of titles
I
with
do.
SMA, so you're going to have to explain what SMA means, and you're going to have to explain all your titles.
Of course. So SMA America, so originally we're based out of Germany, so Kassel, Germany. We do have a headquarters here that's located in Rockland, California, just outside of Sacramento.
Okay.
So my title there, I am the Sales Support and Operations Manager.
Okay.
So
how do you support sales? They're unsupportable. The sales. No, I'm kidding.
I actually I have the honor of acting being a liaison between sales and operations.
Right. I see that in your title.
Correct.
That you have,
Yes.
On LinkedIn, you're the operations manager.
Correct.
Okay, right.
Yes,
you
but for
support
sales.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about SMA. You're in the inverter business.
Correct.
And my background is this APC media. So we're in transformers. We started as the world changed and we added power systems technology. It just suddenly became everything from wind, solar, even oil, fuel, powering the grid down to my house, right? We've gone from a step-down grid to an inverter-based grid. You have to step power everywhere.
Yeah.
One of the most important and growing important places that happens is when my son's car is parked in his garage and he has a battery, Tesla battery, and he's got solar panels on his roof, and when they tell him, hey, don't power your car, he's actually giving power back so that other people can keep the refrigerators on. That's an inverter-based world.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
How did SMA get involved in it, and tell us what's happening in it?
Yeah, so it's actually a really fun industry to be in, especially now, because originally in the past, SMA has been really perceived and seen as a hardware-only manufacturer. Right. But now we're actually adopting into becoming a solutions-based provider. So with that, especially with home solutions, we're really trying to give the homeowner the capability to be able to have a smart home solution.
Okay.
And so we're transitioning from being kind of that perceived as a PV only type provider into really providing the whole home solutions package.
And how do you market that? I mean, to the homeowner individually, or you're marketing it through utilities?
So we're going through all. And one of the fun things that we're actually doing here at RE Plus is we are launching our newest product solution. And with that is our new energy home solution. And so with that, we're able to really put the customization and control back into the homeowner's hands, because realistically that's what we're seeing in the market is just customers want to be able to have that control and customization of their energy.
Yeah, right.
And it's definitely a change in what the market wants, and we're here for it, and we're wanting to provide that for our customers.
So does that also require then knowledge of how to use it, knowledge of what you want to do? Are you at the leading edge? I mean, is your customer base at residential that leading edge, not just early adopter, they're the first ones that buy the new iPhone, right? They're always on the edge of technology. Or is it something that can easily be applied by any homeowner? I mean,
at this point, it can be easily applied by any homeowner at this point. So, and it's a really fun time to be in the market for it.
Explain what it does. What does, you said it's a new solution. What does your new solution do? Explain it to me. If I'm a homeowner and I've got solar and I've got an electric vehicle, haven't probably yet bought a battery, but I'm about to. Okay.
Yeah, and so some of the things that we're doing now is that we're really able to, be the inverter manufacturer. We're able to be battery compatible. We're able to offer EV charging as well as battery storage.
EV charging as it relates to in the home? Okay, anything beyond that? I mean, because EV charging is a big challenge right now.
It is, yes.
So are you working on EV charging and inverters for more, not a utility scale, but
but kind of more on like a commercial scale with like parking garages. It's something that we're currently in the works of doing as well.
Okay,
yes.
It's needed.
Yes, desperately,
It's
yes,
needed.
yeah.
Because I live in Georgia,
okay.
And I recently came to California. One of the companies I work with, one of the sponsors, H2 Scan, is in Valencia, California. And when I got here, I could choose a Mustang or a Tesla to drive. I chose the Tesla. And I panicked the entire time looking for, I got to keep it charged 100%. Since then I found I don't have to do that. But
not here in California.
Yeah, not here in California. But even here in California, there's a sense that you need to be near some charge. You know, you need to be doing it.
Yeah.
There were a couple of businesses that charged, and they were saying, no, you're only going to get a 10% charge if you plug in here for 8 hours. It's like, well, that's not enough. I mean, that's not going to help me. But there's a real huge demand shift in the entire industry as a result of that.
Yeah.
So SMA produces the product, and then now you produce a software, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's going to be a solution package where we're able to facilitate all of it and be the one-stop shop that's needed for our homeowners.
Okay. Residential, the problem is going to become, we're not at scale yet. We're not at scale of renewable energy. We had a keynote here, and the keynote speaker mentioned where he said we were at an inflection point. As an engineer, inflection points are either bad because it's a point that you're going down, or an inflection point means we're about to see something tremendous happen. I think as that's happened at this conference and all of these interviews that I've had, it's the inflection point up. We're about to see things that scale up. My assumption is SMA can scale with it. You're smiling and you just said,
Yes.
Talk to me about how you're prepared for that scale.
So we are. So we're anticipating a huge demand in the market. So we're, like I alluded to earlier, is that we're really looking forward to it. And so we're going to be providing the solution in the market starting in Q3 of next year.
Okay, Q3 of next year, you'll have the total solution
Correct.
to the market.
Yes.
And how will I as a homeowner know that?
So we're launching our marketing campaigns currently to be able to debut that, and then as I said earlier, we're actually doing it here at RE+. So that was one of the reasons we were really excited to come out here this year.
But you're going to be doing direct to consumer.
Not direct to consumer, we sell through distribution.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And distribution is who? Is it anybody or is it the utility?
So we have select distributors that we work with directly, and so we sell through distribution, yes.
Okay. Sell through distribution. How did you select your distribution? I'm always looking for weak points, okay? You're solving a weak point with the inverter-based solution, right? Is there a weak point with how you take it to market? I'm not asking you to say yes. If you tell me the answer, I'll tell you whether it's a weak point.
Oh.
Distributors, how do you find them?
So we work with select channel partners that we work with, and it's really based off of course, our customer relationship with the distribution network, as well as understanding how they touch the market, and so it's a dual partnership that we're working with.
So your distribution for your what is a product right now, the actual inverter, are the same people that you're going to be taking that solution through.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. No,
Thank
I'm
you.
kidding.
Oh.
We have found in many instances that the people that can distribute a product are not the same people that can distribute a solution. And so you have to back it up with something that is a demand draw, not a supply push.
Okay.
And so what you're trying to do is change the world, and that's a big ask.
Yeah.
That's another theme of this conference, is many of the people that I've talked to, most of them are not your age, most of them are nearer my age.
Okay.
Or in the later generation age. And there's been this theme about, why do you do what you do? And it is, well, because it makes the world a better place.
Yeah.
I just had a new grandbaby born here in California, 9 months old now. And it does change your perspective about why you do what you do. And I've just got a theme at this RE Plus conference that most of the people here are world changers. They want to do something valuable. You've been with a company 10 years. That's
correct.
You look
That's
like
long
you just got out of college, but no, you've been a long time doing that. Talk to me about the purpose beyond just the fact that, hey, we want to sell solutions that are inverter solutions to the rest. The purpose of the company and your personal purpose.
Sure. So my personal purpose, of course, is to really, I've always been under the same kind of mindset as I want to leave the world a better place than what I came into it. I've always had a passion for renewables. When I was given the opportunity to come over to SMA, I was really excited to be a part of that and make an impact. I actually worked for Apple for about 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was
love
there.
My iPhone.
Yeah. Fun fact, I actually originally started out as a warehouse employee packing iPhones and iPods
really?
back in the day. Yes. I was able to get my foot in the door and become an administrative assistant for reverse logistics. So I kind of learned the day-to-day operations from behind the scenes. And so did that for a while, and then had the opportunity to come over to SMA in logistics supply chain.
Okay.
And so that's how I kind of got my foot in the door with SMA. But yeah, personally, I've just always had a passion for renewables. I try my best to do good in the environment and stay green. And so I've always been excited to see what the next generation is and what I can do to make it better.
So if you look over my shoulder, you will see something called Women in Power Systems, all
Yeah.
right? That is a passion of ours at APC Media, and we have a whole steering group. You're not an engineer, but you're in power systems. I mean, you're,
Correct, yeah.
you're a woman in power systems. So we'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
That these people are going to be talking to you to do interviews. One of the things that we want to do is inspire the next generation of women to STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math.
Yeah.
But I think it's beyond that. I think it's get involved in the whole industry, RE,
Yeah.
the whole industry, renewables, power, the grid, whatever role, whether that's a marketing role or in your role, operational and sales support. And again, God bless you for the sales support.
Oh, I try.
Okay, right. But the idea that we ought to attract more younger women
Yeah.
into this, because this is less of a male-dominated organization or
Industry.
Yeah, industry,
Yeah.
than is the power industry. We're
I would agree, yeah.
heavily involved in IEEE. It is a male-dominated. When we see a woman at a meeting, we all go, "Ooh, it's a woman."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We need to stop that.
Yeah.
And we need to say, "Ooh, it's a man." Actually, we don't need to say, "Ooh, it's anything." But talk to the next generation of women. Convince them that they ought to become part of this renewables, renewable energy, the power system, the grid.
Sure. So just, young women trying to get into the industry, it's a fun industry. It's fast paced, it's competitive, it's fun, and why not be a part of it and be there for it? I've always had a passion for renewables, like I alluded to earlier, and even just kind of working in operations. It is a pretty male-dominant industry, but regardless, I feel like why not? I'm just as competitive as the men are. I'm here for it. I'm aggressive, and as far as young women kind of getting into the industry, I just encourage them to do so. Let's break through those doors and through those barriers and get involved.
And for us, for the men in the industry, it's to remove the barriers. And I think that's happening more rapidly. And we see the need is greater to bring more women into it. And I do think we're trying very hard to
I think
change
so.
this.
And luckily, all the mentors that I've had throughout my career, even if they are men, they've always been big advocates of women getting into the industry and really empowering me and, telling me yes, you'll be the only woman in the room, but you got this. And I've had some excellent mentors in my life that have really, I forget that there are all men in the room and I'm the only woman. And I've been very fortunate for that.
So when you become the president of SMA and you're the female president, remember me, because I want to do an interview and say, hey, now let's talk about not entering into it. Let's talk about climbing it and getting that pathway to leadership.
Deal.
Yeah, okay?
Deal.
But thank you so much for joining.
Yes, thank you so much, Alan.
Stephanie, it's been a
been
delight.
great. Thank you so much.
So all of these interviews that we have conducted have been sponsored by the people behind me. The first one is the Grid Edge Conference and Exposition, which takes place in April 2023 in San Diego. The IEEE PES Grid Edge Conference and Exposition has been a long time in the making. This will be our first one, and it will be a delight. I can already tell you that we've had more papers, more panelists than we could possibly hold, and the conference itself is going to be brilliant. The second organization sponsoring us is H2Scan. H2Scan is ubiquitous in the transformer industry as the best. It's kind of like Intel, it's inside. H2Scan is a hydrogen sensing technology that is patented, that has been around for the last 20 years. It really came on strong as transformer hydrogen became a problem. DGA recognized by IEEE. And I just thank the people at H2Scan. They are also in electrolyzers, fuel cells, battery storage, but hydrogen safety is incredibly important. They're in refining, in processing, so H2Scan, thank you. Lastly, RE+. We are at the Renewable Energy Plus Conference and Exposition, and as we close this one out, I want to thank them for allowing us to conduct these interviews here, for allowing us to be part of their incredible conference. It's been enormous. been 27,000 people that have attended this conference, and you can tell the energy, the excitement that's taking place within the renewables industry. So thank you, RE+. It's been a delight to do these interviews, and I hope you've enjoyed them.